the first toy show of the new year, I am prepared. I have a list. I have my goals in mind. But before I get to that, I think it's important to acknowledge 2024 as a year of growth for me. This channel grew. I got to meet a lot of awesome people. I hit some milestones that I didn't expect. But to talk about all of that, we would be here all day. So what I've decided to do is to give you some highlighted segments. The first thing I'd like to highlight is the people. Being relatively new to the YouTube scene, I didn't really know what to expect. But over the course of last year, I've met a lot of content creators, and they're awesome. It's the first creative space I've ever been a part of that people are encouraging and uplifting and supportive, and I'm very grateful for all of those. My biggest supporters have to be Retrospective and Echo-based Collectibles. These two guys are two of my best friends, and they've been with me since day one, and I'm very appreciative of you guys to push me and keep me going along this journey.
You complete me.
The most significant experience of 2024 has to be the opportunity to sit down with Master Daniel Pesina, Carlos Pesina, and Tony Marquez as I hosted a 40th anniversary of Ninja Turtles with them. These three gentlemen were stunt actors in Secret of the Ooze and TMNT 3, and we spent about an hour talking about the overall impact that martial arts and the Ninja Turtles have had on us from a pop culture standpoint. Never ever in my wildest dreams would I have thought that older Weekend Warrior would have sat down with three icons to talk about Ninja Turtles. You didn't think I'd forget to show you my favorite pickups of 24, did you? Check these out. And many more items. You can head over to Instagram and follow me there, and I post daily so you can see the other items I've purchased. Also, while we're on the topic of following, could you help me out? Click that subscribe button as well as the bell to get notified. I really do appreciate all the support. It is the first show of the new year. We're headed out to the Deland Comics and Toy Show. Behind me is my kid Camden, who doesn't want to be on camera. This time around, I've actually put together a list that I want to stick to. So last year was a lot of impulse buying, a lot of figuring out what I want to collect and how I want to build the collection. And a lot of it, I've also been reselling too, because I'm like, oh, I bought this, why do I need this thing? So let's head on in and got some toys right up here. Let's see what they got. I see Godzilla's. I want to start collecting Godzilla, but I really want to start with the stuff from like the 70s. Oh, like I really want the gigantic Shogun Warrior.
Like the Gojira ones?
Yeah, those are awesome. Got a Wolverine Bendums. I like this Count Chocula. I know it's a bobblehead, but it's pretty cool. It's got Boo Berry and Frankenberry. I wonder if you would do a bundle deal on that. Mego action figure book. This Woody Woodpecker. I don't know. I don't know what year it is. And then, even though some people hated on it, I love the Matthew Broderick Inspector Gadget movies. I thought they were fun. That's a neat toy. I know I have this figure somewhere in storage, but I don't know. It'd kind of be cool to have this on card. So fun fact about Friar Tuck is the body mold is the same thing that they used for the Gamorrean Guard in Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah, they just reused it. Oh, I want that.
What?
The Dukes of Hazzard. That's awesome.
There's the race car?
Mm-hmm. Batman Returns. Pencil box. have a lot of these at home, but I'm looking at the Remco Frank. Let's see. I know I said no impulse buys, but it's the Pirates of the Dark Water all on card. Very torn. Let's flesh out the need for collecting goals and actually a prioritization list. Over the last year, probably 2 years, I have done a lot of impulse buying. It's helped grow areas of knowledge. It's helped grow areas of my collection. But the problem with that is there lacks focus. This year, however, it's 99% vintage type of stuff. That's awesome. Tarzan belt buckles? What? Those are all Tarzan belt buckles. That's awesome. What is that? Let's see what we got in here. Some Thundercats. And some Motus. Stonedar. I've got him. Probably have most that's in here. Thunder Punch He-Man. Got the Ghost Sweeper.
How are you? Doing well. Good to see you.
I had this GoBot as a kid.
Okay, I'm going to post up here for a minute.
And there's one of the pieces that I would love to own one day. Skullman, $850 graded. So as I'm going through the show, I'm starting to think that maybe I'm being a little bit too particular about what I'm collecting, which isn't a bad thing, right? I'm not buying for the sake of buying, but I'm seeing a lot of things that I see at most of the shows I go to, right? I see G.I. Joe, I see Star Wars, I see Transformers. Then I turn the corner and I finally see the stuff that I was hoping to see. So found.
I don't know why you would say it's $250, $222. I wouldn't. You're asking $80 more than eBay at $300. I mean, this guy's gonna make after fees. He's gonna make less than $200 now.
Yeah.
I would just say, show these to Mike. They might, $200.
See, it's the weird stuff like this that's like really grabbed my attention within collecting. Like that little carrying case for G.I. Joe. I had one of these as a kid. Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. It's another Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. I got excited because I saw this, and that's one of the Ghostbuster monsters, but I have Quasimodo already. I have all of these. These are the 90s Burger King Universal Monsters. There's Black Star. I have him at home, but I'm missing his sword. Skeleton Warriors.
Is that a Mighty Max?
I don't have either one of these. I'm pretty sure they're missing their pieces. That's why they're 10. This one. I'm still making my rounds, taking a look, calculating in my head how much money I brought with me versus how much I want to spend, and what is a nice to have versus like I really want this for a collection. I hit up another booth and this gentleman had a lot of great stuff and his pricing was extremely fair. So after spending some time with him and taking a look at some other tables, I figured like, you know what, I'm good. I'm gonna go and make some decisions and it's time to take off. The first purchase of the day is a couple of knockoff vintage Mad Balls. This light green one I believe is called Laceface, and the darker one, I haven't found his name yet, but I just thought he was unique looking. Keeping with the Gross Out Toys theme, my next purchase is from the Garbage Pail Kids line. I snagged this vintage card collector case and the Blasted Billy pop-up toy. The vendor had a lot more on his table, but I decided on these two for now. Next up are these two Universal Monster Mad Ball / Monster Ball toys. The vendor couldn't tell me much about them, and I'm pretty certain they're newer, but they were just too cool to leave behind. If you know something about these, please let me know in the comments. I picked up this loose incomplete Mighty Max Skull Warrior playset. My aim is to collect key pieces from the early Mighty Max line before they became these large sets that you couldn't fit in your pocket. Vintage G.I. Joe is a toy line that I love, so when I saw this 1983 Pocket Patrol pack, I had to grab it. Last item that I picked up is a pencil sharpener, but it's not just any pencil sharpener, it's a Dracula pencil sharpener. You stab Dracula to sharpen your pencil. Need I say more? The Deland Toy and Comic Show is definitely one I will be revisiting every year going forward. If there's stuff that I showed in today's video that maybe I missed and I should pay attention to, please put those in the comments. I absolutely will reply to every one of them. Until next time, remember, be good.